So it's lonely at the top as Nike looks down at all the competition, but of course, things aren't all sweet for the sportswear giant. As we saw back in February, Nike did announce they would be laying off roughly 2% of their workforce in an attempt at what they're calling to streamline the business. We also have many people highly critical of Nike's lack there of innovation. So yesterday we saw Nike put on their sneakers showcase, giving us a little glimpse at what they've been cooking up behind the scenes. Is it going to be enough to silence all the critics? We're gonna find out here shortly, but of course it's Friday. We gotta start off with today's big sneaker release, which happens to come from one of the hottest collaborators in the game. He teamed up last year with New Balance, dropping some of their most in-demand releases with his two 990 V6 releases, and this year, he's taking his talents over to the 1906R. We saw them kick off things with the Rosewater colorway. He dropped the Scorpius joints, and now we're gonna enter the Medusa Azul.
Blue jellyfish. It's a very dangerous one and deceptive. Baklava 1906 badge of honor. You know, everything has special features and bonus features, and you'll figure that out as soon as you put them on. There was really no limitations as to what I could use and what type of materials could be used for this shoe.
Now, so far, these releases this year, let's be honest, these releases have been pretty messy. Many people complain that the Rosewater colorway, all those pairs were ate up by the bots. And then as far as the Scorpius pair, a very limited drop. It seemed like that pair was just reserved for the most loyal customers. So on top of the sneakers, in order to gain access to those shoes to check out, you actually had to purchase like a $150 hoodie or something like that on top of the shoe. So as far as these two launches, many people have been complaining, and it seems like Action Bronson and the team, they have been listening to what sneakerheads have been saying. And as far as this Medusa Azul drop, they are going to be giving us a EQL raffle, which seems to be the preferred release method for all of these hype releases amongst sneakerheads. So as far as this EQL release, you guys are going to want to jump on specializinglife.com, which is Action Bronson's website. As far as the launch, EQL gives you a fair access to products you love. Enter for a chance to purchase. So you only pay if you're selected to purchase. If your entry is selected, you will pay the $8.33 fee to EQL. One entry per person, which is great because multiple counts are penalized. No bots. They actually do a multi-step security verification filter, which basically gets rid of all the botters and everything like that, apparently. And then the EQalizer, which they claim if you miss out, you'll have a better shot next time. So of course, with all of that being said, I would say this Medusa Azul, out of the three Action Bronson pairs that we have dropping on the 1906R, it seems like this is the most popular of the three. So it's a great move for them to drop this EQL style. And with all of that being said though, I would have to say I will be passing on this drop when it comes to Action Bronson releases. I would say last year, I was really excited about those 990 V6s, you know, the blue joints right there. But then when I saw like what all the hype was about, how limited these releases are and all the hoops you got to jump through just to be able to grab these joints, I was pretty much all over it. And as far as these drops right here, I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon now, and I'll just sit this one out and just leave these pairs, you know, for the real fans. So good luck for everybody entering the raffle. I'm not sure how long this limited raffle window will be up, so be sure to check out specializinglife.com to enter. And of course, keeping the hype rolling, Action Bronson has also teased his next upcoming New Balance collaboration, which shockingly, it looks like he's going to be using the Minimus Trail model, one of New Balance's more underrated trail models. I got to give him props because everybody's been using the 1906R, which happens to be New Balance's most popular model currently. So got to salute him for, you know, bringing his talents over to this more underappreciated model. And can't wait to see what these joints look like. Now, next up, we're going to be taking a look at Nike, which, of course, everybody's been highly critical, saying that they've been lacking on their innovation, just giving us a rinse and repeat of the same thing every time. So they did give us their sneaker showcase, which happened to go down live via the Sneakers app. All of this, of course, coincides with Paris Fashion Week. So first up, we have a look at their Look of Feel collection, which includes two returning football styles, which are spotlighted this time as lifestyle pairs. So you have the Total 93 as well as the Gato. And as far as this Total 93, this is the first time that we'll see this sneaker make its debut as a lifestyle model. Next up, we have the Icons collection, which includes the infamous Nike boot, but this time with a reinforced water-resistant leather. So pretty interesting. And then they got some women's exclusive pairs with the new Air Rift. So pretty interesting look right here. I would say more so for like the high fashion crowd. Next up, we got the Maxed Out collection, obviously going to include Air Max models, including the debut, or I guess I should say the return of the Air Max Sunday, which is going to be getting a big rollout with these new releases. On top of that, we also see a interesting pair of Air Max Pluses, which I guess are going to be featuring that Swarovski crystal. So again, something pretty cool for the ladies. And then I feel like the most hype collection that we saw for this sneakers showcase would be the Cult Classics collection, which is going to include classics like the Air Flight Posit. As far as this metallic gold colorway, I want to say this is the OG pair, but for me, I really have like no nostalgia for these. As far as my connection to this release, I would say I remember these as the sneakers that the Green Goblin was rocking back in that old Spider-Man flick. We also see the Escape Air Force Ones, which originally dropped back in 2005. So this is one of those like cult classic pairs, kind of similar to the Air Force One linens that we saw drop recently. And then for the big one that seems like everybody's talking about, of course, you got the Galaxy Foam Posits. Now, as far as this release, which it says these originally dropped back in 2012, and I most definitely remember when these dropped. This is coming off like those Concord 11s. This is when we were first starting to see like these really insane, crazy lineups. Like the hype for some of these sneakers was just being taken to a whole nother level. And I remember infamously seeing an eBay listing which people were selling these for like 10,000 plus. I want to say there was a story where somebody traded like a Honda Civic or something for a pair of these. So I would say flash forward now to 2024, I would say the hype probably won't be the same as things were 10 plus years back, but I think this is definitely gonna be a release that people are checking for. And you already know, of course, Nike's gonna make these joints limited. So pretty cool showcase overall, but again, it seems like Nike is just giving us a lot more of what we've seen previously. I respect the fact that they're giving us a lot of OGs in true classic form, but as far as their innovation, I would say this showcase didn't really show enough, and I don't think they did enough to silence the critics. But overall, pretty cool event. And remember, this is not everything Nike's showing us, just a little glimpse at what they've been kind of cooking up behind the scenes. So let me know what you guys thought about the Nike sneakers showcase. What were some of your favorite pairs shown? And let me know if you guys entered for that Action Bronson release. And again, good luck to everybody trying to secure one of the most hype releases of the year. And out of all of the Action Bronson 1906 Rs that we've seen drop so far this year, out of the Rosewater Scorpius or the new Medusa Azul, which pair is your favorite? Of course, we're gonna wrap things up right here. It's Friday, so I want to wish you guys a wonderful weekend. I'm JA. Make sure you guys stay safe, stay blessed, and before we go, I can't forget, y'all, if y'all enjoyed the video, please help support the channel by hitting that thumbs up button. All right, y'all, I'm out. Salute, love.